Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ. And here we are, man. Towards the end of the season, we just got fresh off of a win versus Purdue. We did not make it to the conference championship. But in other words, let's just look at how the rest of the NCAA shaped out to the end of the year, going into bowl season. The BCS National Championship, undefeated Louisville led by Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is actually the Heisman winner back-to-back years, going up against Auburn. I believe they actually won the SEC Championship. Yes, they actually beat Florida. They beat Florida in the championship 38-17. Not really a close contest there. Louisville, I do not know if they actually had a championship. Let me just check this out. Okay, so they did not have a championship. So it looks like they went undefeated. That was good enough to make it because I think they were the only undefeated team. Let's go to the other BCS bowls here. The Orange Bowl is going to be Virginia Tech versus Alabama. Let's see who Alabama actually lost to because, oh wow, they lost to Auburn. They were undefeated going into that game and lost to Auburn, and that ruined their season. Kind of like real life. Auburn just beat Alabama in real life. Kind of took that number one spot away from them. So now Auburn takes their spot in the national championship. The Sugar Bowl, USC versus Oklahoma State, Sam Darnold against Mason Rudolph. And here we have Baker Mayfield going up against Saquon Barkley in the Fiesta Bowl. The Rose Bowl is Ohio State, Washington. Wow, these are really good matchups here. But as you can see, here we are, the Capital One Bowl. You see that 21 ranking. We are ranked number 21 in the nation. And we are actually playing the loser of that SEC championship game. So, as you can see, we came up for real. 8-4. 21 in the nation, 7-2 in conference, and that's no small feat, especially with only losing to Ohio State and not Ohio State. What am I saying? Only losing to Michigan, and who else did we lose to? We lost to, I don't even remember. We lost to Penn State. That's who it was. Penn State and Michigan. Michigan just straight blew us out, 41-0. But as you can see, Michigan's right behind us there. They actually finished with a worse record than us, 7-5 compared to our 8-4. Let's just look at the season awards here. Let's just look at award winners. We can look at award winners here. So as you can see, Lamar Jackson wins the Maxwell. Walter Camp. What I really want to show you guys is the best returner. Donovan Hale actually wins it, and he actually finishes as a first-team All-American. Let's just check that out really quick on the All-American list. As you can see, Lamar Jackson is the quarterback. Here's Donovan Hale there. As a returner, first-team All-American. He's the only guy to really get All-American on our team. Even Big Ten. I don't think we had anybody on first-team Big Ten. Actually, we had Crawford. Crawford got first-team Big Ten as a safety. After that, second team, we didn't really have that many second teamers either. I mean, if you look here, Hoff as a D tackle got that senior leadership. He got that defensive tackle all Big Ten second team, and Covington as a linebacker, and then Marcelino Ball at the safety position. I expect Marcelino Ball to be here the next 2 years, getting first team All Big Ten and possibly even All American. I mean, he has a lot of potential here. He's only a sophomore. He had a pretty big season, man. He had 2 interceptions, 2 on the season and 2 in that one game. So he had a great year for us. But besides that, man, as you can see, the story of the end of the season here is coming up and being ranked now. We are 21 in the nation. Let's see how we line up versus Florida. Florida is better in every statistical category except pass offense. That's pretty surprising because they ran the triple option with Tebow, ran the option there. But as you can see, I mean, they don't really throw the ball. I mean, they're a run-first offense, and we got our work cut out for us in this matchup. But let's just get into this gameplay, man. I'm excited going into bowl season, but we got a SEC team. Remember what happened last time we played SEC team? Let's go. As you can see out the gate, they got the big game skill activated for this game. and I'm expecting the best out of the SEC right here. They made it to the SEC Championship and lost, so this is going to be no easy task for us. So here we go, man, getting it started in this game. Franks is dropping back to pass, throwing deep on the third play of the game and finding Massey deep on the go route, and just like that, man, we are gonna end up in the 7-0 hole early in this game. So we got to do what we did best this whole season, get Devante Williams going. And you see that over the screen, he did rush for 1,000 yards, but on a 3rd and 4, we're going to try to run a triple option, and Florida defensive back Marco Wilson is going to pick that one off, get into the end zone, and just like that, the Indiana Hoosiers are down by 14 points within the first 2 minutes of this game. So on a 2nd and 6, we get the ball back. We're trying to throw the ball, try to get it to our tight end there, overthrow him, but on a 3rd and 6, once again, the same exact route. He overthrows him once again. Look at how wide open Ian Thomas and Timian are open over the field. That is ridiculous. Ramsey showing that he's rattled in this bowl game. He must be nervous or something. Overthrowing guys like that is just inexcusable. So we give them great field position to start their next drive, and they're going to give Scarlett a heavy dose of carries. And on a 3rd and 4, he's going to avoid Marcelino Ball there. I don't know what Marcelino Ball was doing on that one, but he just straight up avoids him, and they get in for the 21-0 lead. And as you can see, our offense is just struggling to start this game. We're already down 21 within the first 4 minutes of the game. And on a 3rd and 2, we try to give the ball to Devante Williams on that handoff. So we go for it on the 4th one. We're down by 21 points, and we cannot get it. So they get the ball once again up 21-0 in my territory. They're driving inside the 20, getting easy completions. Look at these holes that Scarlett is running through, and just like that, he skimps in for the 7-yard touchdown run. So we just got to air the ball out at this point, man. We got to get some points on the board because 28 points is a huge deficit, but it is still only the first quarter, so we do have time in this game. So Ramsey getting them some throws here, hopefully accurate, and this time we give the ball to Devante Williams, get past the 50, but on a 3rd and 4, dropping back to pass, taking another sack. So on a 4th and long, we're going to drop back to pass, but this time I put in max protection to give us some time to throw the ball, this time finding Simi Cobbs over the middle. So now we're getting into the red zone, and on a 3rd and 5, finding Donovan Hale, our All-American kick returner, for the slant route across the middle. But on a 3rd and 8, look at this pass rush. Look at my receivers. They just aren't getting open. So we take the that was actually an incomplete pass. We get to throw it away, but it gets tipped at the line. But in the second quarter, our defense just does start to show up here. On a 3rd and 5, the Florida Gators attempt to throw a pass, but we play good man coverage on that one. So we take over here, getting towards the end of the second quarter here with 2 minutes left, rolling out left with Ramsey, and once again giving the ball to Simi Cobbs, because Simi Cobbs is actually doing a good job of getting open. If he's not getting open, he's running jet sweeps, getting first down. So here he is, Ramsey, once again on a read option on 3rd and 1, getting up into the red zone. So on a 1st and 10 with 1 minute left in the half, Ramsey's going to drop back to pass, find Timmy in there, and he's going to get tackled inside the 10-yard line. So on a 3rd and goal, Simi Cobbs once again getting open, and he's been our shining light in this game, if there is one, because we were down 4 scores, but we do cut that lead down to 3 scores. But there's still 30 seconds left for Florida to drive down the field. Gotcha, but bitch. We do come up with the sack. This time it's Hoff in there for the sack. So we come into halftime down 3 scores, but we do start with the ball. But look at what happens on the first play. We throw a pick 6, and you want to know how I threw that? The hot route button is Y, so I hit Y and hit A, to make A give him a hot route. And what happened was I hit A to hike the ball instead of hitting A the receiver, and I kind of panicked. So I saw wide open, threw it to him too late. The safety jumps it. So just like that, the Indiana Hoosiers are back down by 4 scores here, but we are driving the ball here on a 4th and 2. We have to go for it on triple option. We get the first down. So inside the red zone here on a 2nd and 14. Once again, their pass rush is just too much. So we have to settle for the field goal. And these field goals just aren't cutting it because this is a huge lead, but no way I can convert on that play. But on the next possession, on the first play, they throw the pass, and Crawford, the all Big Ten first team safety, gets the pick 6. And just like that, we are right back in this game, down 2 scores. And Crawford read that the whole way. So now all we have to do is come up with a couple of stops. So they get a 3rd and 2 here in their own territory, and once again Crawford comes with a huge hit, stopping him for the first down. And just like that, the Florida Gators are forced to punt the ball. So I'm trying to open up the whole playbook here because I need anything I can. So that time I do a fake triple option, wide receiver screen there, and doesn't go for any yardage, but I get the ball to Jashawn Harris on the next play for a first down. So Ramsey's rolling out right this time, finding Jashawn Harris there for the deep 37-yard reception, making something out of nothing there. So on a 3rd and 3 inside the red zone, Devante Williams gets the screen pass. He gets up inside the 15-yard line. So on a 2nd and 13, I try to hit Ian Thomas, and this one is going to be picked off. 4 turnovers for the Indiana Hoosiers in this one. So there's 5 minutes left. I still have time here, but they're giving the ball to Scarlett, and he can't do anything. He's back at his 2-yard line. So on a 3rd and 5, they try to throw a screen pass, and once again, Scarlett is running into his offensive lineman. So we force them to punt. Once again, our defense is showing up here, and Ramsey fits it into a very, very tight window, getting it to Simi Cobbs there. So on a read option on a 1st and 10, pitching the ball to Timmy and getting it inside the 25-yard line. So on a 2nd and 4, we see our tight end open on a slant route, and Ian Thomas is going to bulldoze his way inside the 5-yard line. And on a 2nd and goal, on another triple option, Devante Williams, our MVP of this season, gets in for the touchdown. So now we are down by 8 points, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And once again, they miss. Franks missed a wide open slant route over the middle. So on a 3rd and 10, they decide to run a draw play, and our defense comes up big once again. So here we are, man. We got 2 minutes left to drive the length of the field. Ramsey showing some inaccuracy there. So on a 3rd and 10, we do find Timian across the middle, and we're getting inside the red zone, getting close here. So on a 1st and 10, finding Ian Thomas in the flat there. So now it's a 1:21 left. And a 3rd and 1, we attempt to run the triple option, but I don't see the cornerback there. So on a 4th and 5, we are forced to go for it here. Inside of 1 minute, Ramsey drops back to pass, forces it on the slant route to Simi Cobbs, but we cannot convert it. But if you're paying attention, man, we haven't used any timeouts up to this point. So a minute left. All they have to do is convert a first down, and they cannot do that. So now we are getting the ball back. Less than 40 seconds left in this game. We use all 3 timeouts. We don't have any timeouts left, so we have to move the chains to stop the clock. So we get the ball to Jashawn Harris there on the nice pattern route there. So here on a 3rd and 10, we cannot find our receiver. So on a 4th and 10 with 20 seconds left in this game, we have to go for it. But Ramsey finds our man Simi Cobbs. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock here. So less than 15 seconds left in this game. Look at where this ball is placed, right between the corner and the safety, and that is going to be the throw of the game right there, getting it to Simi Cobbs. And on a 1st and 10, Ramsey rolls out to the right, and with 3 seconds left, we are inside the 5-yard line, and Devante Williams gets in for the touchdown, but we do have to go for 2 to tie this game up and send it to overtime. So we run another triple option. There's a lane, and Ramsey gets in for the 2-point conversion, and just like that, we are headed to overtime. What a comeback, down 28 points at one point in this game. So they start out with the ball, and just like that, man, we just missed a game-sealing interception, and they capitalize, throwing the ball over the middle to Brandon Powell, getting in for the touchdown. So we do have a chance to score here to tie it up. Ramsey on the triple option, getting inside the 15-yard line, and once again trying to run it this time, but Devante Williams gets smacked up on that play. So on a 3rd and 12, trying to make something out of nothing there. The pressure was getting to me. There was a lot of guys in cover. So on a 4th and 5, nobody's open, and the Florida Gators get to Peyton Ramsey, and just like that, the comeback effort fails and it's over. What a way to end the season. I mean, we come back in the bowl game to a SEC school, Florida, but I'm proud of these group of guys. What a group of seniors we had out there. Covington, starting with him, Scales as well. And having a guy on the outside that can cover everybody, Rashard Fant, he's going to be missed like no other. And, man, we have a bright future, though. We have Peyton Ramsey at quarterback. Devante Williams was our story of the year. And, man, this was fun. This was a lot of fun this season, a lot of fun. We got to recruit in the offseason. We got to get better. But what a way to go out, man, losing to Florida. But these guys fought to the end. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We'll be back for the offseason. Let's just get better.